All right, nightcap match coming up for our Noodle Cup Series Week 1. Scotty P, Lee Algebra Cow still with you. Looks like we've got the Denver Scream and the Maui Ancients all ready to rock and roll. What are you feeling for this match, Lee?
As always, hoping for some good Rocket League. It's the first week of the season, so we don't really have too much background for these teams. We've seen some of the players before, some familiar names, but the teams themselves, not something necessarily know as a group. And we're about to get started here. Chubik and Seawalk. Big kickoff into the blue end. Going to get cleared into that corner. Grand Bronze looking for a shot, but blocked easily. Chubik gets that block back in, but it's not going to amount to much. And it looks like Maui's going to have to back off.
Maui starting some early pressure, but Denver stacking up all three in net. They could spread out a little bit and get some clears. The rotation's just a little bit tight in these early goings.
But that early pressure going to backfire. Seawalk just lobbing it into the net from midfield. Maui not having anyone back to deal with that.
And perhaps the tight rotation for Denver maybe suckered Maui in a little bit. They also overextended a little bit, had to rush back, not in time. With a long toss for Seawalk, and it's the first blood to Denver.
Quick kickoff back to the other side gives maybe a chance for Denver to start up the pressure of their own, but Maui easily clearing that out. Takes two, though. Gives Seawalk another chance. Seawalk up to Zykel. Will put it in. Grand Bronze can't reach. Close save. Not quite going to make it. 2-0 for Denver.
Possibly a little bit of miscommunication. Seawalk thinking he's going to try to recover and maintain the air dribble, or maybe trying to fake, I don't know, but either way, Zykel gets up, has a little bit more momentum, so I like them taking the shot a little bit better than Seawalk staying with that one. But either way, another goal for Denver, they double the lead.
Here, neutral kickoff, Chubik picking up a dribble, gets a flick, a very early flick before anyone challenges, going to just kind of give away the ball, but does at least force Seawalk into that corner. Ball's still there. All three Denver players awkwardly in that corner, not going to be able to make anything of it. Polar spurting out in time to get the ball. Nanites with a clear though, looking to move the ball forward with another touch, gets it, nice, high, clear, Polar to the corner, and Chubik coming around. It's not going to amount to too much as Seawalk has to make a save, but Nanites ready there. Zykel backflipping as Seawalk goes, and Denver surviving another onslaught.
And we said that Denver's rotations have been a little bit off. Somebody's already mentioned in the chat, Polar is actually a MAC player for Denver, playing up for the evening as a substitute. So the chemistry probably not going to be there for at least a game or so, but that's not standing out in a bad way by any means, doing a pretty good job with an assist and a save so far.
So far, things have looked fine from the Denver end. Here, things starting to get a little bit shaky as Nanites drops that up to Chubik, but Chubik too close, can't quite receive the pass, a little farther back. And that would have been an amazing play, but from that position, just kind of has to do damage control and get the ball back out to midfield as they do regroup as Maui to move forward again, but they're losing some offense. Chubik, though, with a shot. Zykel, a great save, and Seawalk out to Polar, gets the ball safe.
Bit of a desperation move there from Zykel, but able to put it off the crossbar and out. Maui still maintaining the pressure. 6 shots to 3. They're doubling them up, but have yet to put anything in the back of the net.
Nanites looking for something off the ceiling, gets past Seawalk, but Zykel there in time to get the clear. Looking for the bounce, gets a touch middle, but Grand Bronze very patient, waiting back for that touch, knowing that the shot wasn't going to be dangerous. Gets the ball out, and it's again past all of the Maui defense, but they have no trouble getting there first to put it across away from the strikers.
Polar was up, but I think out of boost, so wasn't able to get the position to follow up the ball, but it's a good job positioning himself on the wall coming out of the aerial. Steals the corner boost, deprives Maui of those resources, and just rolls right on back.
Now it's Zykel's turn to come off the ceiling. Will get a shot on to jump, but they clear it out harmlessly. Polar gets the ball back because of the double commit. And it'll be Nanites up to Chubik, looking to get it back. Chubik not able to get the 50, though. Nanites also beat by that clear from Seawalk. And Grand Bronze plenty of time, but can't do too much. Gets it past 2 as Polar plays it back in.
And there's a high floater, could be a nice one for Denver, but Chubik gets up for that one. Could have been a chance for the high slot, but the Scream just a little bit slow to connect on that one.
Maui looking for some close passes in midfield, not going to be too effective. They get red and blocked. That's a dangerous ball. Grand Bronze should be able to clear that out without too much trouble, but it's still dangerous, and Zykel finds the angle.
And all credit to Seawalk on this one. Brings the ball in, I think was completely out of boost or had maybe like 3 but just does a great job of interference in the net, gets a bump, makes some distractions, and then Zykel getting the shot from a tight angle. So we're about 2/3 of the way through this game, and Denver 3-0 and in control.
Quick kickoff into the Denver end. Won't be any danger, though, in the corner. Chubik, though, nice attempted pass out. Read, again, by the Denver defense. They're doing a good job reading a lot of these passes, or at least knowing which ones to respect. They're not respecting the passes that don't give much. They're letting Maui take some passes that they don't need, and then when the dangerous pass comes in, they're blocked.
The shots have been fairly even, but Denver able to get the ball inside and do some work. Maui's been overextended at a couple of points, and it's kind of bit them. A bit too fancy there is Nanites, and it's another easy clear for the screen.
Yeah, Nanites not able to control it. That's a weird clear out somehow going that way. I didn't expect that angle, but there was a Denver defender back ready to deal with it, as they should be. At this point, there's no reason for Denver to really even push onto offense. They get the ball forward. They should never have all three on the other half of the field. As Zykel loses that 50, Seawalk is going to clear to the corner as to dodge the bump from Nanites. And Polar looking to dribble down, just wasting time. Gets it towards Zykel, gets the block together, and they should be good to go for this game. 3 goals in about 15 seconds or so.
Once you get up to this level, I mean, someone said the other night in Linguini chat, Linguini League is fun predictable. Once you get to this level, 3 goals in 30 seconds is a tough ask. Maui able to get one here, a nice whip shot from Chubik, catches it onto his left rear corner, and puts it into the net.
As long as Zykel has a reasonable kickoff here, Denver should be fine, because 11 seconds is enough to somewhat have somewhat of a chance of getting 1 goal, but you're not going to do that with enough chance to get that second one afterwards. And so Seawalk tries to kill it. Actually, it's half a second too early, and it will stay up. Players are going to keep it up a bit. No one really is too worried about getting the ball into the ground with a 2-goal lead, but there it goes, and we have Denver taking it.
Just well played by Denver, taking advantage of this first game. Shook off some of the first couple minutes worth of jitters and then came out strong with the offense. Polar, like I said, our MAC player coming up did not look out of place at all. Had a save and had 2 assists, setting up his teammates in good spots. They did the work, and now Maui's going to have to come out and make some adjustments to their positioning.
Definitely. Maui had some good close passing game around midfield and to get out of defense. Just some quick passes here and there. But none of them were followed up with anything. It was always just a quick pass into another quick pass or a quick pass into a 50-50. They need to start using these passes to get some progress out of it. You're going to make a pass. You need to get something out of it on the other end. So a quick pass into a clear, a quick pass into a shot or a dribble, or just a pass into beating a defender and then go from there. And so they're working on it. They've got the pieces in. They've got all the pieces. They need to start putting them together. Denver, on the other hand, doing a great job punishing some of those mistakes as Maui couldn't quite figure out where some things needed to fit in.
Yep. Their way. We're going to get the server reset across, sweep it up, get ready for game number 2. See if Maui can come back or if Denver will go up 2-0 in this series.
So we'll get the players on the field, and we'll get started in this second game. Seawalk and Nanites up for this first kickoff, looking to turn around the last game. No quick kickoff goals in the last game. And I think the first series that we cast, the third series of the night, we had 1 3-second kickoff goal to start one of the games. So we haven't had one of those yet in game number 1. And not going to have one here, but we're going to have a fairly quick chance. Polar not able to connect on that, and it's going to go wide. And it's going to have to regroup at midfield for the Denver offense.
Had the angle lined up, it just went a little bit over the top, but Denver with some early pressure, getting some chances. Maui does have the first shot, but Denver trying to get back to their ways and get some time in the Maui zone.
Quick shot there by
Screamer.
Shot there by Polar, gets shut down at the last second on the goal line. Not going to be placed well enough to get through, but is dangerous nonetheless. And Polar there making the save to clear out, looking to go around. Gets it through Nanites, but it goes right to Chubik. And Seawalk looking to block that all the way across the field. No one's there ready for that cross. Grand Bronze and Polar getting a challenge. Back down to the end. Grand Bronze can't make contact, though. That's going to shut down the offense as Seawalk clears it out. Polar's there looking to get a clear forward. Seawalk's not going to be able to catch up in time. Takes the challenge and then goes for it after. But Zykel did have to play clean up here.
A nice defensive demo coming out for Denver on that last exchange. So they've been doing a good job to keep the ball out of their net. Not a lot of shots for Maui, but they've had some good pressure in and around the frame.
And here, it looks like Denver's trying to get something set up, but that miss by Polar is going to cause some problems. Zykel just getting rid of the ball. Chubik ready, going to just take possession, rolls it the brave way across the net to Nanites. It works. It's not a bad play. It's maybe a risky play. That pinch going straight to Grand Bronze, though, placed well, but saved even better. Seawalk gets it out, and Zykel clears that. Seawalk with the dribble up to Zykel again, looking to get that center. Polar's there, but not going to be fast enough. Nanite will clear it out. Grand Bronze up to Nanite to get out, and looks like that's going to stabilize.
But nice juke there by Nanites. Chubik's going to go up, but Zekel. Sorry, we don't have a pronunciation guide, but I've been told in the chat it is Zekel. It's a nice save there.
So some quick chances on both sides. Pressure building all around. Nanites with a clear out of reach of Chubik, but no one's back. It doesn't matter because Polar was nowhere to be found.
Let's see what happened on this one. Unfortunate touch off the sidewall. Nanites just absolutely bombs that one. Denver maybe getting a little bit too used to spending time in Maui's zone. The long clear on target works, and the Ancients go up first in this game.
The touch towards the middle was a little bit too fast for how long it took Polar to get out there, looking for boost steals along the way. Grand Bronze looking to do something there, gets it across, Nanites keeps it in. Let's see, Seawalk will have a long clear up to Polar. Polar should be able to get a touch out to the middle. Zykel's there, or Zekel, rather. And looking for a shot, throws it off the post. Grand Bronze clears it out anyway. It's coming around, Seawalk beat Polar backwards, not able to challenge quickly. Gets dunked, and that'll go in the net. 2-0 for Maui.
Grand Bronze getting a long floater. Polar does get a touch, but then Grand Bronze right on top of it with a dunk. Spikes it in. So Maui trying to build themselves a lead. It's 2-0.
Grand Bronze and Polar coming up. Nanites up quick for this. Chubik underneath, close behind. It was Zekel and Seawalk going to clear that out to midfield. Chubik a little too close to deal with it. But together with Grand Bronze, they get a teamwork 50-50 all the way to the corner. Seawalk, awkward angle. Chubik also awkward. Going to give Polar a chance for just a long clear as Nanites shoots it off to the corner. And Polar near the net. A little wide, I think, but Grand Bronze there making sure. As it looks like Denver not struggling to get the ball forward, but struggling to do anything once it did.
Maui's been able to tighten it up a little bit, not letting those same chances go by. Been getting good long clears on target, so it's not the fanciest of shots, but it's been shots that have been working for them as they have the lead here with 90 seconds to go.
Maui looking to bring this ball out. That flip by Grand Bronze there at the end, actually throwing the ball away. Chubik has to wait patiently for this. Gets it through with a fake or a block, a missed block. Something happens. Nanites gets the ball, looks for a flick, gets a bump, and Grand Bronze will sneak it in.
Nanites doing a good job there. A little bit better possession. I'd say it was too fancy in the last game, but gets a nice touch up. It's in a spot. Seawalk attempting to make the save. Grand Bronze jumping on it again. That's his second goal via dunk in this game. After a 3-0 win for Denver in Game 1, it's now 3-0 Maui in Game 2.
Grand Bronze looking for something here. Polar clears it out, looking to move forward. Seawalk and Polar a little confused there, but they get the ball to Zekel. Looking to move in there, not going to get that through. Grand Bronze clears it away around the corner, and looking for something to happen, not going to work out as Zekel clears it up. We're back into the Maui corner. Here at midfield, Zekel going to take a shot up towards Seawalk. Seawalk looking to redirect it, and Zekel's there, going to find it towards the net. It's still not in, though. Saved on the goal line. Nanites gets it out towards midfield, and Maui holds their 3-goal.
Good team defensive effort there by Maui. If even one of those players had not been here, that ball would have found its way into the back of the net, but they all were back. But stays 3-0 Maui in the final 10 seconds.
This ball bouncing around in the Denver end. There's probably going to be another goal here. No, Zekel doing a good job getting around to get that. It wouldn't have mattered for the game, of course. Maybe to pad some stats either way. Maui takes game number 2, and we're at 1-1 in the series.
So it's a game of adjustments. We had a 3-0 win one way. Now we have 3-0 win the other way. Shots 13-6 in favor of Maui. So just absolute shellacking of the Scream in this game. They had so many chances. It was inevitable they were going to get some through.
Definitely. Maui much stronger this game. They seem to have caught on to the Denver playstyle, looking for some more aggressive options at times, but also 2 of the goals, I believe, were just like long shots from their own end or close to it. One definitely was, and one I think was not far off. So taking advantage of the Denver mistakes, but also just keeping the Denver defense where they couldn't really counterattack in any sort of danger.
Yeah, but really just the sheer volume. I mean, nothing to take away from the Denver defense, as Z was able to come across with 4 saves. Seawalk had a savior medal as well, but 8 saves against 13 shots is just not quite enough. That leaves a little bit too much margin for error.
And as we move into this next game, Denver's going to need to, I want to say wake up a bit. I don't know if it's necessarily that, but they're going to need to readapt again, because they did perfectly fine in the first game, and then Maui changed something, and now Denver is struggling. So they need to change something in response to that. And if they can figure out what that is, that'll be great. They had no real ways to get scoring chances until near the end of that game. And as that's happening, we're going to have the players join back on the field. We'll see if Denver found any way to it.
We had some good adjustments by Maui in between games, but the series is going to go to the team that can make the best in-game adjustments, because you can't just rely on sticking with the same tactics and assume they're going to work every time. They're going to make adjustments on you, and Nanites is going to adjust his way into the first goal.
Speaking of tactics, Nanites here picking up the ball, popping it with one, jumping with a fake, and then cutting it back the other way. Beats 2 defenders to sneak it in. 7 seconds off the kickoff, but that dribble was more than just a kickoff goal.
Coming out with the absolute swag on that one. That was a really nice play.
Now Polar with an awkward touchback to Seawalk drops the ball. Will give Grand Brown the chance, but just going to hit to the corner. Chubik up, looking for maybe a double touch, but Zico going to clear that away as the ball pops out mid again, and Nanites not able to reach. Going to grab boost and regroup. Grand Brown's waiting for the right chance to strike. Gets that clear blocked, but can't really maintain anything with it as Polar.
Trying to utilize the corners a little bit more this game, but we're having none of that. Keeping the ball out of their box for the most part, but eventually if they don't get a clear out, they are going to find some breakdowns, and Maui's going to put some more goals on this net.
Now Zekel moving down the field. Grand Bronze looking for a challenge, gets the demo. Well done there. Chubik with the ball. Nanites waiting mid underneath, ready for something, but has to wait for the 50. Gets through. Nanites, Grand Bronze is there. Follows it up, looking for the backboard. Maybe going to try to pinch it down middle, but can't quite make that last bit of contact needed as Chubik picking up the ball. Chubik and Nanites confused, get the ball strongly up off the backboard, but not enough to find an angle. And Chubik will retreat after that.
But just killing time in the zone, getting a chance to steal boost, not letting Denver a chance to reset and get their own boost. Every bit of resources that they can deny while they're on the attack is taking all the starch out of Denver's own attack. They're just getting a good chance to getting into the box, and Maui an easy clear again.
Not easy clear, almost becoming a good chance at a goal. That one of the defenders would be, and the other one's there. But speaking of easy chances at a goal, Nani's just going to roll that one in.
Just a nice quick turnaround on this. Doesn't get the touch he wants off the wall, but recognizing he can get to the ball first, beats Z to it. Nobody else back for Denver, just sweeps it on in on an escort mission. Now Maui have scored the last 5 goals straight.
That's going to be hard for Denver to come back from. They do need 2 goals here. They'll still be alive in the series if they drop this game. They are tied at 1-1 overall in games, but losing this game puts them behind the series, and they do need to act quickly to get it back. That's a shot chance, but Chubik blocks it away. Seawalk keeping it in. It looks like Denver is getting some attack going. Shut down out to the side. Polar's there, though, looking to maybe drop it middle around Nanites, but can't quite get enough on it. Chubik will block it out, which is across the other side.
Chubik with a good read, knowing that it has to come out of net for that one as Z was going up for the shot. Maui now this time struggling to get their clear out. Finally they do. Nanites a chance to complete the hat trick, but it gets away from him.
The bump on Chubik opens up the net for the Denver offense. They can't find it, though. Not quite fast enough on that turn. It was an awkward carry to get it around in time, and now they have to worry about a counterattack the other way. But Zekel gets that ball back under control. Looks for some touches, but gets bumped by Nanites. A 50-50 still puts in a good place for Seawalk. The net is almost open, and Nanites comes off the wall awkwardly. Can't get it. Seawalk finds goal.
And I want to see where Grand Bronze ended up on this play. I think recognized it, thinking the ball was going to go out of the zone. Goes for the corner boost. Instead, it comes right back to center. Seawalk jumps on it. Nanites has to try to rush up for it. Gets a side flip, not able to put Carr on ball. It's a bit of a misread by Grand Bronze, and Maui drop a goal there to Denver.
Seawalk looking to do it again, but Chubik, a very good catch there to control it back to Grand Bronze, and a nice long clear. Also out to Chubik for a chance. Not going to connect, but a chance to pass there. Nanites picks it up. Maui doing a great job keeping possession on their way forward of that play. But Zekel eventually going to step in. Grand Bronze coming around, drops it mid. Excellent pass down, but Chubik, I think, side flipped a little bit too early. Couldn't get to the ball, and they will maintain pressure, but they won't get a scoring chance.
Still threatening, trying to drop the ball in front. Can that be a finish? There it is. All three players touching it there. Maui, a team effort around the goal. Knight's a good lead down. Chubik gets the pass out for Grand Bronze, who just wrestles Polar, and it's spiked into the bottom right corner.
Another dunk goal for Grand Bronze. That's at least their second or third, if I remember correctly, from the last game. So definitely using some muscle to get the ball through the goal line every now and then. Not going to be able to get too much off the kickoff for that bump. Opens it up for Nanites. Polar and Seawalk both there for the ball. We'll end up with Polar dying. Seawalk around the corner looking to get something happen. Not going to work out. Chubik dribbling around. Polar's there to challenge, but Chubik doesn't really contest. Grand Bronze too far forward, leaves it dangerous, but gets enough of a touch to get across. And Maui defense will hold strong for the whole time.
Getting the ball away from the defending third. Nanites really wants to complete this hat trick, but not going to do it on this time as Seawalk able to get back for Denver.
Polar blocking Grand Bronze's shot without making any contact. Keeps the ball to that corner. And Seawalk out to Zekel, going to get that up, and a quick pass into the bottom right corner. Finds a goal.
Just a textbook redirect there. Nanites wins the challenge a little bit, but it goes off the wall right back to Seawalk. Z, as a result of making that challenge, is upfield. Gets the redirect on, so Denver close it to 1. 47 seconds left. They are definitely still in this game.
Very much in the game. 45 seconds as of the kickoff settling is more than enough to get a goal. More than enough to even get 2 goals if they're feeling a little anxious to end it without overtime. But here, already looking for something. That's going to get pinched the wrong way. Not the best challenge from Zekel. Polar's going to be back in plenty of time to deal with this. To move it around. And can't make anything happen directly. Nanites high off the corner. Grand Bronze maybe going for something cheeky off the corner. Not going to find it as Chubik cleans up. That might be on net, but Polar off the backboard. Very able to clear that out. Dangerous chance. The shots on Zekel and Polar together. Get it out to midfield. Lots of pressure coming in. Lots of shots coming in. Denver not cracking, but they need to do more than that. They need to get it back to the other end.
Yeah, but that's going to be the insurance goal there as Chubik spikes that into the top half. Nanites again gets the credit for the assist. Wanted the goal, but too many defenders there. Chubik threads the needle, puts it over the top, and so with 6 seconds left, it looks like Maui will be going to match point.
Yeah, that, unless the ball just pitches directly into the net, which it won't, Denver won't have much of a chance in this game. So, game 3 going to Maui, 2-1 in the series. Still looking much stronger in this game for Maui than they did in game number 1, but not as dominant by any means as they were in the second game.
At Denver, I think the success got a little bit too much to them. They were kind of spread out in game 1. They got it together. They played very well in game 1. Maui made the adjustments in game 2. Came out firing. Denver's been kind of a little bit of in a scramble since then. They can't seem to quite get out of each other's way. So they need to be just a little bit better coordinated with the positioning, with the rotations. There are some gaps there, and Maui's just able to kind of drive in and take advantage.
Definitely. There have been some flustered moments, some panic moments. A few double commits here and there, which that's to be seen in any team at this level. There are going to be occasional double commits. That's not inherently a sign of something going wrong, but Denver just seems like when they happen, it's been more because of confusion than just a quick moment here or there. But that being said, they did have such a great thing going in game number 1 that they should have a good chance of pulling something together. They just need to figure out exactly what the differences were and isolate those areas to fix.
Indeed. Reset the field, get going with game number 4. Denver looking to try to send this series to a 5th game. Maui looking to put it away and secure the entire 4 points that are on offer this evening for themselves on that season leaderboard. All on the field, it looks like it'll be Polar for Denver, Grand Bronze for Maui on this opening kickoff. Kick it away, Lee.
First kickoff, Polar actually going slowly, gets the ball through, but Nanites is waiting for it in the corner. Seawalk almost getting bumped by Nanites there, will get the ball through and drop it to the middle. Grand Bronze the only one ready. Not an issue though for Denver. They're still keeping possession and pressure. Polar stuck in the corner, going to have maybe a little trouble here, but that will go around. That's a pinch up and around. Seagull picks it up, can get the second touch middle, no one's there. Going to just take boost and keep possession, throwing it back around. Nanites sends it out towards midfield. And Maui might be getting low on boost, but so far they've managed to keep the shots away.
I think the difference here so far is Maui's had a lot more team engagement. So far on the offense this game, Denver's been a lot of one player going in and getting a touch, and nobody's really following up. Maui getting a little bit better advantage, even though the ball's been in their half a lot.
There was still Seawalk trying to pass to Polar, and Polar just not quite trusting it, leaving a little bit too early. Could have been a chance. Likely would have been blocked. There were 2 defenders back to deal with it, but that chance will go aside, and Nanites catching this and moving out. Not going to be able to do too much directly. Polar shutting down the ceiling shot attempt, or the ceiling touch. It wouldn't have necessarily been a shot. Chubik, though, throwing it on from far away. Zeko maybe didn't think it was in, but either way didn't reach.
Yeah, Blazer 85 miles an hour. Did not look that fast originally. Have been the touch. Oh yeah, I see Z. I think that's where it's going to get the 85 from. But either way, a very fast shot coming out from Chubik into that short side of that net. Fast, precise, and a goal for Maui.
And he said 85, and I was like, that didn't seem like it was that fast. But after the second touch, definitely. It was still at the upper end of what you can get off of a single shot without any sort of pinch or redirect kind of situation. So definitely a hard save to make, especially with the placement to that bottom corner. A backwards touch by Zekel. Polar afraid to commit there. Will get chased around, but the ball being dropped on the other side won't lead to anything bad for the Denver defense. Seawalk flees through the corner. Looks to follow it up, gives it to Polar, pass out to Seawalk. Good little coordination there to get out, but not enough to get past Nanites.
That was a good transition into the zone by Maui. Denver tried to put it out, but they drive right back in with a goal by Grand Bronze. Again, Nanites with the swag moves, drops it down. Grand Bronze there, catches the tight angle, has the protractor out, takes aim on that top left corner, and absolutely snipes it.
Excellent placement there by Grand Bronze, finding that top far post corner. Zekel had come across a little bit to cover the other shots, but not quite enough for that. Off the crossbar there, kickoff not going to be a goal, but Chubik forced to make it on for touch at midfield. Zekel taking possession well, gets it through, but dies. Seawalk, the only one left on offense for Denver, not going to make anything happen. And that's with the dribble, gets it past 2. One of them demoed, gives Grand Bronze a chance. That's now an open net, and that will just roll in. 3-goal lead from him.
Nanites getting the extra demo for good measure, but already juked 2 players there. Grand Bronze pops it over Seawalk. Nobody left to pick it up. Denver just absolutely taken off their axles by the team play here for Maui.
The spawn demo, a little bit of just trying to get in their head, like, yes, we demoed you, and yes, we're going to do it again. I don't know how intentional it was. Sometimes that's just the path the player would take to rotate out and spawn in front, and it's a little unlucky. But if it was intentional, it's a great way to get a little bit in their heads, but it doesn't really mean anything because the goal was already in. Seawalk couldn't quite find an angle there, but maybe had a shot chance. Polar and Zekel looking to keep this in. Stopped by Nanites, but Polar has the ball. Can't quite deal with Grand Bronze and will back off unless he walks in.
But Maui, just positioning's been very good. They've had somebody up on the ball. They've had somebody up passing, somebody ready to either defend or cut down a clearance angle. Just textbook rotations from the Ancients, and it's worked out for them as they have a... Oh, now it's a 3-1 lead.
Polar sneaking that one around, gets a bit of a touch here, and then Nanites and Chubik just not able to get there. Grand Bronze spawning in possibly the worst place, although I don't know if they would have been able to save it from the other side either. As Polar sneaks into the near post, back to a 2-goal game. Plenty of time left, 2 minutes, a lot can happen, and we'll see how Denver's going to try and step it up.
Yeah, and Maui should be able to shake that one off easily. I mean, yes, it was a miss from Chubik, but it was in a tough spot to try to pick up. Those things are going to happen. They still have a 2-goal lead. All they have to do is just kind of stick to their guns, and they should have no problems.
Seawalk looking to make some quick passes when Polar gets it up. Zeekel hesitant in the corner. Probably should have just left rather than waiting there, but both players back other than Zeekel. Polar able to take this up and over. Dangerous ball, maybe if Grant Bronze gets a touch, but a great air dribble by Polar to carry it out. Now it's the only one left. Will be able to get it controlled enough to take it out. But Zeekel shuts it down, looking to move forward, and lots of control from Denver. Not too much in the scoring chances there. Seawalk is going to put it wide to the other side, but they're not really giving Maui any chances either. So that's a step forward, and now there's one more step to go.
They've definitely had a lot more time in the attacking zone, and Polar denied on the doorstep by Chubik. Had to rush for that one, but able to block it off.
Polar with no boost, not able to get there to deal with that, and now the 2v1 going to get stopped. Good save, dodging the bump and still getting the ball. It's going to be Zeekel and Seawalk moving forward, but Grant Bronze gets it through to the backboard, and Polar missing that. Will have knives hit that to the corner as Zeekel picks it up. Grab the boost, looking to come off the wall, can't find the clear, and that touch going to bounce back down. Every one of these touches that gets sent back to the backboard is costing 3 or 4 seconds minimum for the Denver offense to be able to do something, and they're running out of time here as the clock is 30 seconds.
Can still get 2 goals, but they need to move a little bit quickly. Maui running all this time off the clock, especially Nanites, going up with those air dribbles, putting the ball in places that Denver just cannot reach with the resources they have. It hasn't led to a lot of shot attempts in the last couple minutes, but it has run so much time off the clock. It looks like this game and the series should be in the bank.
Yeah, the ball can't even make it to the other net in time to score before the clock hits 0, and hitting the ground there, Maui takes game number 4, takes the series 3-1, and Denver does not quite hang on to get a point out in the series.
They came out early, they had a good game 1, but then Maui just found their stride. Coming out, getting the shots in volume, getting the team plays, getting the demos, getting the positioning set up, just doing the work. All their players involved offensively. Nanites no goals in that game, but did a great job with the playmaking, whether it be driving the ball in, going for bumps, going for demos, just set them up for success in just about every way.
Yeah, Maui, rough start to the series game 1. They didn't really get much going, but after that they stepped it up. They got their passing game together, they got their control, they shut down some of the passes that Denver was trying to put together, and all in all, they controlled games 2, 3, and 4 very well. Not a shutout, none of them were shutouts as far as I remember, maybe game 2 was, but definitely Denver fighting back here and there, Maui more or less in control.
Either way, that is going to about do it for us this evening. Join us same time, same channel tomorrow night. We have our Ramen Bowl action coming out. It's been Lee Algebra Cow. I've been Scotty P. We've all been United Rogue. Stick around. We're going to raid somebody. Bring them some hype. Bring them some love. And we'll see you tomorrow night.